Hey cats, it's Ed, Midsole Bud here. Oh, I'm in good voice tonight. You runners have all seen that soon-to-be-released Nike AlphaFly 3. It's going to set you back the princely price of 285 quid here in the UK. That got me thinking, do you really need to spend £285 on just one pair of shoes that features pretty much the same tech that we've seen in the last two versions, yet with the highest retail price for any running shoe, bar the Adizero Pro Evo 1 of course, which they've just put up for £450 now. What sort of multi-pair running shoe rotations could I come up with for 285 quid? Let's take a look. Thanks for joining me here on the channel, people. If it's your first time here, consider hitting that subscribe button. It's free of charge, you know. You can also give this video a thumbs up like, that really helps out. Danke schön. Today I'm giving you two running shoe rotations, each with 3 pairs of shoes, all for the price of one pair of the AlphaFly 3. Right, I'll have a bash. Here's my first attempt. I'm going to start with sportshoes.com. That's always a good place to kick things off. They've still got pairs of the Adidas Primex Strung available. That shoe is very close to my heart. Even now, a year on, it's in this fetching red version. It's going to set you back 149 Earth credits. If we convert that to British pounds, that's £149. So that's over a third off of the retail price for a very capable shoe for easier paced stuff, but also for those long runs to save the legs, because let's face it, we're all getting that bit older. It's just going to keep you fresh for the forthcoming sessions. I found it as durable as anything. It's quite durable, so no major issues there, and it covers much of what the AlphaFly might be used for. So my first pair and the first rotation is the Primex Strung, £149.99. That's down from £229 as well. So we save 80 quid there, and we're left with 135 smackaroonies. Next up, it's got to be a sort of daily use shoe, one that you don't mind getting out there and getting a bit dirty. I'm going to go for the Vomero 16 from Nike, again at sportshoes.com. This one's a whopping 55% off. I mean, you should just buy one anyway, even if you don't need any. Well, don't do that, you know, save your money and buy some After 8 dinner mints instead. This was a retail price of £149.99 down to £64.99, which is just insane really. The Vomero 16 was a really great daily shoe, and at this price you can't lose really. Nice and versatile, very comfortable, very usable, and it's in this sort of black colourway as well, so you won't be too fussed about taking it out in the winter months. Great grip on the outsole, perhaps a touch on the heavy side for all-out speed training or anything resembling that, but the Primex Strung can do that really. In fact, I find that one of the most propulsive shoes if you kind of run all out. You just sort of bounce your way to victory. They got most sizes available at the time of making this video in December 2023. So we had £135 and 1p left, minus £64.99 gives us £70 and 2 pence. Which is more than enough to find another great discounted shoe. Total savings so far as well off of the retail price of both of these pairs is £160. Quite staggering really. Now for some speed work, Start Fitness have got the Brooks Hyperion Tempo at 80 quid. That's a little bit over budget by a tenner, so it's not within the rules. It's a good deal though nonetheless. But they do have the Liberate Nitro 2, which is reduced to £69.90, down from the regular price of about 105 quid. That takes care of our speed sessions with a super light nimble trainer with some top grip. It's a no frills effort from the Puma, just the bare bones there, kind of like a Telecaster of a shoe. If you're a guitar head then you'll know what I'm on about. Otherwise you'll be completely clueless. Puma here with the functionality over the pointless additions. So a saving on the shoe of £35 and 9p. That leaves us with 12 pence. A total cost for all 3 pairs of £284.88. I think it's a total saving off all the retail prices there of £195 and 9p. So it's quite amazing what you can find really if you search around. Before I get to my second shoe rotation, I've got a EDDBUD running tip for you. Tip number 1. A long time ago, a man gave me some really good advice about my running shoes. He said, Ed, above all, make sure you look after your shoes. That was it. He didn't say any more. So I've been trying to do that all these years. Anyway, 3 pairs of shoes for the price of 1 pair of the AlphaFly 3. I'll have another go. A superb deal first at £125, down from 200. The Mizuno Wave Rebellion Pro. 75 quid off, one of my favourite shoes of the year. It's a banger for racing, training. The grip was just quite succulent. Quite an insane discount really. Pretty much all sizes available as well at the time of making this video. This is over at Running Expert. I will try and place some links in the description of the video if you want to go and check these out. Fast, nimble, exciting, and all the things you want for a running shoe really. When you look at 285 quid for the price of this one shoe that's set to come out, surely a bit of a joke really, isn't it? Minus £125 from that leaves us 160 quid for 2 pairs. That's a tidy sum really. Can find something for training, perhaps those sort of easy days, maybe like a more max cushion type shoe. £139.99 down to 84 quid is the Foreverun Nitro from Puma. This one's over at Start Fitness. They've got the orange, black and white colourway. Heavily discounted. I found it really nice and plush underfoot. You got a mixture of Nitro foams there, slightly different softness. So you're saving about £55.99 off of that retail. Puma grip on the outsole for the win every time. And an upper that stays out of the way nicely without irritating your foot. So that's perhaps the long miles covered, or perhaps some recovery type runs too. You can facilitate almost anything really with the Foreverun Nitro. Bit overlooked by runners this year. I think you should go and check it out. That leaves us with a total of 76 quid for another string to our shoe rotation bow. What can I find that gives us something a little bit extra? Maybe something for cold weather running perhaps? Or some more difficult terrain? One of the shoes I've loved recently is the Pegasus Trail 4 Gore-Tex. We do have the Pegasus Trail 4 here down to £69 from 115 at Pro Direct Running. That gives us a very different shoe with a little bit of extra grip, perhaps some outsole versatility. That's a 46 quid saving, bringing our total savings for this shoe rotation to £176.99. A total cost of £278. So another banging 3 shoe rotation, all for the price of 1 pair of the AlphaFly 3. You've even got a little bit left over there, so you could perhaps buy yourself a pair of socks, maybe some energy gels. Nike, why release this shoe like right after Christmas? It seems like a bizarre time to do it. People are going to be strapped for cash around this time of year, you know, trying to drive up that hype train a little bit more. Like people are going to sort of wait or something. I think people are just going to go out and buy some of the discounted offerings that I've shown in today's video. People no doubt overspend on Christmas, you know, trying to get some nice things for their loved ones or whatever. Yes, there's supposed improvements with the AlphaFly 3, but I think for mere mortals, you can probably get just as good a performance out of yourself with some of these other shoes that I've shown you today. Just remember how quickly that the Vaporfly 3 got discounted this year after release. Why? They just weren't selling perhaps as many as they wanted to. Let me know your multi-shoe running rotations, all for the price of 1 pair of the AlphaFly 3, down in the comments. See what you can come up with. I bet you can save yourself some serious Earth credits. Little Christmas musical interlude for you. Christmas All Over Again by Tom Petty and the Heartbreakers. What an absolute smashing tune. It's got everything I love about Christmas songs. There's some really big drum fills in there. Some fantastic guitar playing too. Really memorable lyrics as well. And they're quite funny as well. Bit of a comedy element to them. I really enjoy the section at the very end of the track as well, where Tom Petty's saying about what he wants for Christmas. New Rickenbacker guitar, couple of Fender Bassmans. I think he asked for like a Chuck Berry songbook as well. That'd be kind of cool to get actually. In fact, that's kind of what I would quite like for Christmas actually, if you're listening, Santa. Not sure I'll put all these things because there's a lot of stuff in here at the moment. I've been having a bit of a shoe clear out recently, trying to move a few pairs on. This just pairs that I've not really been using at all. Plus the fact I've been feeling really ill the last sort of 2-3 weeks. Terrible chest, really bad cough that just keeps on coming. It's the cough that keeps on giving all year. Finally seem to have knocked it on the head though, so I can get out and test out some of the shoes that have come in. One of the pairs is in here, the Adidas Supernova Rise. Very, very soft shoe this one. Even Mr. Bojangles would have struggled a little bit. Hopefully I'll get my review up for this one in the next few days. Thanks for tuning in people, it's always appreciated. Do hit that subscribe button and give this video a thumbs up like. My name's EDDBUD and I'll be seeing you